mean, I guess
since you're so concerned
tighter.
about being specific with definitions, let's get specific about it.
How many other neighborhood groups have that in their bylaws?
I did not poll the 81 neighborhood groups of Minneapolis.
May I ask this? What is the best reason why the word charitable should be?
That's what I was wondering too.
Okay, specifically, to make sure everybody understands, we are for public benefit, not for private benefit or political power. We are it's for public benefit. That's the key words.
And whatever services the organization may provide,
So-
they're not charging for.
And the services we provide to the neighborhood would be for the public benefit. Taking that out means says we are no longer for the public benefit.
Is it possible that perhaps the word public benefit might be in there, or maybe it's in the proposed bylaw? Something to the effect of public.
It's been in the bylaws since day one. I don't know why it has to be removed now. I do not understand it. It should not eliminate.
No one else will either. Don't worry about it. You're right.
Well, we could take it under consideration, add it, if you want charitable put in.
No, I want it retained, not put in.
Yeah, Dan, I understand that. But Dan, you aren't the only person that votes in the neighborhood.
Did I
Sorry.
say I was?
Well, you're kind of saying, you commanded me that it had to be retained. I'm
Okay,
sorry,
no,
I mean, Dan, I don't want to get in a pee match here.
You said it would be added, we could vote on adding it back in. I was clarifying that it's not being added, but retained from the original document.
So where would it go in the sentence?
Here's the original document. Jordan Area Community Council is organized exclusively for charitable purposes.
Okay.
Okay, now I have a comment regarding the word resident, and this is coming up, going to be coming up a couple of times.
Yes.
When you look around this room and you see the participants in this meeting, Mike, I would suggest to you that you might consider that we need more stakeholders at the table, not less.
I would agree. It can't be exclusively for residents. It should be.
Well, when you state residents, you're narrowing the number of stakeholders, and I just take that as, marginalizing me. I don't consider it an accident.
I should say residents, property holders, or people who work here.
How about people who families have lived here for 90 years? I mean, it's funny that, families can live here 90 years and you don't consider them a resident. Yeah, I am. I was here long before you were here, I'm sure.
You live in the neighborhood.
I was born in the neighborhood.
You live in the neighborhood.
Yes, I do. 2011
now.
Thomas is around the corner.
Pardon?
2011 Thomas is around the corner.
2011 Thomas, okay. It's not in Jordan.
It's not Jordan.
No, it's not in Jordan, but he just said you were trying to narrow
I understand
instead of
that,
be inclusive.
yeah.
I actually represent over 700 African Americans living in North Minneapolis. So I will share with them.
We should broaden.
Yeah.
Well, really didn't think that I would need to, because this is not normally an open meeting, and it's not even listed on your website.
This is for members of the Jordan neighborhood.
Well, it says open to the public, and I'm
It
part of
is.
that
To the
too.
public,
It is.
to listen.
To the public.
That's true.
I have a question.
I can't go to North Dakota and vote.
And I can't go to Winona and rename it Noni.
Can I ask a question?
Dan, ask a question, please.
Okay,
You can finish Steve's comment about the resident part before we continue on.
that was my question. That was my question exactly. Can we change the word resident, the empowerment of Jordan residents, to empowerment of the Jordan neighborhood? Or the Jordan, or the Jordan neighborhood members,
We can
and as
bring it
members
in.
is defined.
We can
And I guess I'd like a part of Jordan neighborhood, because technically not, you be a minor, say you live in a household, if you're a minor, you're technically a member, or how does that work?
Well, no, if you're under 18, you're not technically a member, a voting member.
Yeah, but I mean.
Well, you're a member of the organization, but you don't have voting privileges.
Okay, so then I guess it doesn't matter. I was trying to see if we should put the Jordan neighborhood or.
Ultimately, the Jordan neighborhood is the beneficiary.
Yeah.
And,
Members?
yeah, and further down the line, there's definition of who are the voting members of the Jordan neighborhood. That's a different matter.
So you can be a member of the Jordan neighborhood, not necessarily a voting member.
So how does this?
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Well, but that is.
Oh, yeah, you could be, because if you were 5 years old.
Yeah, no, essentially, we're supposed to power the neighborhood. I don't want to be the 5-year-old left out,
Yeah.
just because we don't say, as I was trying to see technically what the definition of matching was.
We're just discussing protocol.
And
Okay.
that wasn't used to be, if you worked in Jordan, you resided
Okay.
in Jordan, owned
So
property.
what you're basically saying is
They're trying to
that
change
you
it
would
to
like to
resident.
propose an amendment
Right.
Among the things
Right.
that
here. Which version? Version 1 or version 2?
Actually, I would like to work off the original document. It's
I
really
don't-
simple.
Dan, we can't do that, Dan.
Why not?
These have already been posted to the community. If I change this,
So we can't make any changes to it?
no, you can make an amendment to what's here.
How is an amendment
You can
different than
propose
a
an
change?
amendment.
Because you can't actually vote on the amendment until the annual meeting.
Right.
You can make amendments on what you would like to see
Right.
proposed at the annual
And
meeting.
if you're making an amendment that we go back to the original one, that's fine.
Okay. I have no problem with any amendments. Okay, I propose making the amendment.
So the amendment is to do what? To just go back to what?
Go back to the original purpose in the existing bylaws, and only to change the collective empowerment of Jordan residents to a collective empowerment
Okay. So the
of
amendment-
Jordan,
Okay, you want to
just
just,
neighborhood.
you clear, give the amendment and then we'll get it.